What's up, guys? Trail here, better known as Budget Bill, and this is your second stimulus check update and stimulus package update for Wednesday, December the 16th. Hello everyone and happy hump day. We have more progress on the second stimulus package that lawmakers on Capitol Hill are still trying to finalize a stimulus bill. While lawmakers continue to bicker, Americans are still left dry with no money for food, no job to go to work for, some even facing evictions, and some just completely lost on what their next steps are going to be. The Senate Majority Leader is still insisting that they will not leave Washington until they strike a stimulus deal. Also, we have one Republican senator that's willing to go against his colleagues to fight for the stimulus checks for the American people. We also have some good news for one state that is offering $286 in boost for food stamp benefits. Now, those are just some of the topics that we are going to cover today, but before we get started, be sure to like this video if you like this type of content. It definitely helps out a lot as it takes a lot of time to research all of this information and to provide a scaled down version to share with you guys. Also, if you want to be a part of this community, we would love to have you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be notified of each new video. What's up, good people? These politicians, lawmakers, or jokesters, whatever you want to call them, are still negotiating the stimulus bill on Capitol Hill. The most prominent bill that has a chance of passing is the bipartisan bill worth $908 billion. I told you guys yesterday that the bill would be split into two parts. The first part would include the eviction moratoriums and federal student loan forbearance, as well as extending all pandemic unemployment programs that were set to expire at the end of December for an additional 4 months. By that time, we hope to be on the tail end of this pandemic by the end of April when these are set to expire once again. Then the second part of the bill would be to cover things like the state and local government relief aid, as well as the liability protections for businesses. These are the two pillars that seem to have the most pushback from the other side, which the American people don't really care about those options either. Americans mostly care about the $1,200 stimulus checks for adults and the $500 stimulus checks for each child. These have yet to be included in any bill that has been proposed lately, except for that White House proposal bill that offered $600 in stimulus checks, but it did not offer any money for the unemployment extension benefits. So, right now, the biggest holdup to getting the second stimulus relief package done is making sure it includes $1,200 stimulus checks for the American people, which has created a rather weird couple in Congress of two senators that are working together to fight for this same cause. What's weird about this is that one is a Republican and one is a Democrat. And that is Senator Bernie Sanders and Senator Josh Hawley. They are teaming up and standing tall against the stimulus negotiation leadership by threatening to hold up any government funding bill if $1,200 stimulus checks are not added to the stimulus relief package. These two senators could hold up any vote on the floor of any stimulus relief package if it does not include stimulus checks. Bernie Sanders has been urging Democratic leaders to reject the $748 billion bipartisan relief bill because it spends too little and does not include direct payments to Americans. Sanders believes that the stimulus negotiations are not going well and does not do enough in helping the American people. He said, "What kind of negotiation is it when you go from $3.4 trillion to $188 billion in new money? That is not negotiation, that is a collapse. We cannot go home until there are strong unemployment benefits plus $1,200 per adult, $500 per kid for every working person and family in this country." And Josh Hawley is also pushing for a government shutdown if direct payments are not included in the stimulus relief package. Hawley has suggested attaching an amendment bill to the stimulus package that would include stimulus checks. While both senators continue to fight for the American people, they have been able to gain more support among Republicans and Democrats from the House and the Senate that are pushing for direct payments as well. And they should, because these lawmakers are supposed to be working for the American people. But it seems like most people in Congress work for themselves and could care less about the American people who are struggling or the ones that are being evicted from their homes right now. As both senators continue to push, the uphill battle will not be easy for them. Sanders said that Congress cannot go home for Christmas holidays until we pass legislation which provides a $1,200 direct payment to working class adults, $2,400 for couples, and a $500 payment to their children. This is what Democrats and Republicans did unanimously in March through the CARES Act. This is what we have to do today, Bernie Sanders said. So this is what they have to do, and they need to pass a bill by Friday to avoid a government shutdown. In other news, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi invited congressional leaders to meet with her late on Tuesday in a bid to end the months-long stalemate over the relief negotiations. Mitch McConnell, Chuck Schumer, and Kevin McCarthy were all invited to meet with Pelosi in her office around 4 p.m. yesterday. This was a last-minute pitch to discuss the details of an agreement before lawmakers are scheduled to depart Washington for the holidays at the end of this week. This is important to note that lawmakers are scheduled to leave Washington at the end of the week because Mitch McConnell has vowed that Congress will be staying in Washington until a stimulus relief package is done. He insisted again on Tuesday that they will not be leaving Washington until a deal is passed, which means we only have about 3 more days, including today, to get a deal done and passed in order for Congress to leave Washington for the holidays. But in regards to whether we can trust McConnell is a question at hand. These lawmakers have been leading us on for the past 8 months in thinking that a deal would be passed soon and another round of stimulus checks would be mailed out to the American people. And here we are again at the end of the year, right before the holidays, and lawmakers are rushing to get a deal passed so that they can go home to be with their families. So, this week we are expecting to see a relief package deal that could be voted on by Friday and hopefully sent to the president's desk to sign off on. President Trump has been pressing Congress to get a deal done and get stimulus checks out to the American people, although those have yet to be included in the negotiations thus far. However, I believe that the Democrats are more willing now than before to remove other options in the stimulus bill in order to ensure stimulus checks are actually included. But overall, we should know more today on how that meeting with those congressional leaders turned out and if they were able to settle their differences and ready to move forward with a vote on a second stimulus package. I will keep you guys updated as we move forward on today. Meanwhile, we have some great news regarding a $286 boost in food stamps in one state. I reported to you last week on how Rhode Island was offering a $600 boost in food stamps, and now we have the state of Vermont offering a $286 boost in food stamps. The Three Squares VT program, which is also known as the SNAP program for food stamps in Vermont, is offering a one-time payment of $286 in food stamps. The Vermont State's Treasury Office will be sending checks to about 22,500 people, households who participated in the Three Squares VT program. To qualify for these benefits, you either had to not be eligible to receive the enhanced Three Squares VT benefit for September of 2020 because you were already receiving the maximum benefit, or you either received an enhanced benefit of $50 or less for September. So, if you meet either of those criteria and you live in Vermont, your additional 286 food stamp benefits boost will be mailed to you sometime between mid-December and December the 30th. Each check will include a message that says, "This is a special Three Squares VT payment." Now, if you have any questions, you can call 1-800-479-6151 for more details. And I think we are going to go ahead and end this video right there on that great news in Vermont. This has been your second stimulus check update news for today. If you found any value in this video, be sure to press the like button for me as it really helps out the channel. Also, if you want to become a part of this community, be sure to subscribe to the channel down below and click the notification bell as well to be notified of each new video. Also, don't forget about those offers that I mentioned to you on the last video about that you can receive 30 days of membership of the Amazon Prime for free. You can also get a discounted rate for the Amazon Prime if you receive any type of government assistance programs. Also, you can get 2 free stocks for signing up as well using the link down below. All of those will be in the description so that you can check those out as well. Other than that, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.